Welcome back to NT Coins World, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we have an exciting episode that dives into two highly interesting Washington quarters, each from different decades, but equally important in the world of numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, these coins hold significant value and historical importance. Stick around as we uncover their history, era varieties, mintage details, and market value. Let's get started. Our first coin today is the 1969 Washington Quarter, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but holds a deeper story for coin collectors. The 1969 Washington Quarter features a portrait of George Washington, as designed by John Flanagan. The obverse is familiar to many, with Washington's profile in a crisp, bold design that has become synonymous with US quarters. But it's the 1969 quarter that carries its own unique place in the history of American coinage. In fine condition, this coin might not appear to be in pristine shape, but it's still a gem in many collectors' eyes. First, let's discuss the mintage. In 1969, the US Mint produced over 235 million quarters, split between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. This large production number, while seeming high, means that a large number of 1969 quarters are still in circulation today. However, in fine condition, a 1969 Washington quarter is considered to be in above-average quality, meaning it has retained some of its detail and is not as worn as coins that have been through heavy circulation. Now, for the collectors out there, the market value of this coin depends greatly on its condition and the presence of any rare era varieties. In fine condition, it typically has a value of around $5 to $10, but in better grades such as AU or MS, it could increase significantly. However, the coin's real allure comes with certain errors that can increase its value substantially. One of the key error types to look out for on the 1969 Washington Quarter is the 1969 S-doubled die obverse. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin was misaligned, causing doubling of certain features, most notably on the date and the word Liberty on the obverse. Coins with this error can command a premium, with specimens known to fetch between $10,000 to $20,000, depending on the degree of doubling and condition. However, these error coins are rare, and most 1969 quarters do not show this defect. In terms of historical context, the 1969 Washington Quarter was struck during a period of great change in American history. The US was undergoing the tail end of the Vietnam War, and the social upheavals of the 1960s were continuing to resonate throughout the nation. In fact, the quarter itself was part of a series of coins first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. So every 1969 Washington Quarter holds a piece of American history in its design and production. Despite its widespread production, collectors today often look for well-preserved examples or those with error varieties. These are the coins that truly stand out in a collection, offering a bridge to the past and a valuable piece of American numismatics. The second coin. Now let's shift gears a bit and take a look at another iconic Washington Quarter, this one from a different era, the 1980p Washington Quarter. While the 1969 quarter was produced during a time of change and political upheaval, the 1980 coin reflects a more modern phase in American history and coin production. The 1980p Washington Quarter was minted in Philadelphia, with the P mint mark denoting the location of its production. Unlike the 1969 quarter, the 1980p Washington Quarter had a much smaller mintage. With around 204 million quarters produced in total, this is still a relatively high number, but it's lower than the production numbers of some earlier years, which gives the coin a bit of uniqueness. In fine condition, a 1980p Washington Quarter still shows some of its details, but will be a little more worn than higher graded examples. However, it's the market value of this coin that's truly intriguing. A 1980p Washington Quarter in fine condition typically holds a value of $6 to $12, which is not necessarily high on its own, but like the 1969 coin, the 1980p has specific varieties and errors that collectors should look for. The most notable of these errors is the 1980 double die reverse, which, like the 1969 error, involves a doubling of the design elements. In this case, the doubling often appears on the words "e pluribus unum" or on the eagle's feathers on the reverse of the coin. These varieties are not commonly found but can increase the coin's value exponentially. A well-preserved example of a double die error could fetch between $400 and $1,000, depending on its condition. Interestingly, the 1980 P Washington quarter was struck at a time when the US Mint was still in the process of perfecting its production techniques, and some of the smaller errors found on the coin reflect this era of transition. By the 1980s, the US Mint had shifted away from producing the traditional silver quarters that had been prevalent in earlier years, switching to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which is what you'll find in both the 1969 and 1980 quarters. In terms of historical context, the 1980s were a time of economic change in America. The country was in the midst of a significant inflationary period, which made many people turn to savings and other investment strategies, including collecting coins. The 1980 P Washington quarter reflects a time when coin collecting was starting to regain popularity, spurred by the growing interest in rare and unique coins from previous decades. The 1980 P Washington quarter, much like the 1969 quarter, represents a snapshot in time for the US Mint and the history of coin production. While it might not carry the same weight as earlier silver-era quarters, it holds a valuable place for modern collectors, particularly those who specialize in finding error varieties. So, there you have it, 2 Washingtons, quarters from different decades, each with its own unique appeal and potential value in the world of coin collecting. The 1969 Washington quarter stands out for its potential errors, especially the double die varieties, while the 1980 P Washington quarter holds value through its error coins and the historical context of its production. Whether you're looking to add one of these to your collection or simply appreciate the history behind them, both of these coins offer something for everyone. And remember, condition, rarity, and error types play a huge role in determining their value. So, next time you're looking through your coin collection, keep your eyes peeled for these gems. Thanks for watching another episode of NT Coins World. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from our coin collection journey. Until next time, happy collecting.